to me, it triggers questions. If you want, there's the idea that if you want better answers, you have to ask better questions. Well, in this case, we know the answer already. You can observe the answer. If you know the science, you know what the outcome, the result, the answer is. And the answers are predicate upon laws and rules that govern cellular function. And so if we don't understand why we're getting the answer or the outcome or the result that we've been talking about, then it behooves us to say, well, there's got to be a question out there that we could ask that will lead us to that answer, because we already know the answer. When you know cell biology, you know the outcome. The outcome is better glutathione creation. It's better autophagy or cell cleanup, cell renewal. It's better mitochondrial energy production. It's better cell repair. It's better DNA repair. It's protection of telomeres. It's all of those things are the outcome. And what we call those today is anti-aging and wellness. And so if we know the outcome and the answers, and we know how to formulate better questions, we can then work upstream and say, well, what is it that's going on here that produces these outcomes? And all of that's consistent with the science, because you don't get those outcomes unless cells function better. And so you can empirically kind of create this story in your own mind, and it's definitely in thousands and thousands of research articles. You don't get those outcomes unless cells signal better, unless electrons move more easily from one molecule to the next, unless we understand and are manipulating. I don't want to get too sciencey here, but we understand the rules of what we call hormesis, which is really what this whole technology in the cell does or drives, is that it's hacking. We're manipulating on purpose a set of things that happen to produce these outcomes. And so that's where my mind goes, and if it can happen, it's why we do research on worms and cells. If it works there, they don't think either. A worm doesn't think, it just does. It responds to oxidation, it responds to pH, it responds to temperature, all the variables that we can throw at it. And when we isolate the variables out and we can test them one at a time and then put them all together, then we can understand how cells actually work. And of course, we're made up of a few trillion cells, right? And so when they all work and communicate together better, then we are better. And that's where my mind goes.